About you?
Yeah, I am Irene Gabriel, Assistant Representative of our organization.
Hi, my name is Ivan. I'm a member of CVC.
Nitwa Rusekamunzi Pierre Celestin, abandi umwe mu bahagarariye imiryango yisunganye y'abagenerwabikorwa ba CVC. Twari MRDG, akaba ari umuryango wisunganye abana b'imfubyi zirera za jenoside.
Amazina yanjye nitwa Banamungu, nkaba nkorera umuryango mpuzamahanga utagengwa na leta witwa FXB.
My name is Mundere Viatel and I'm the Vice President of CVC.
Nitwa Muzaire Josephine, nkaba ndi umunyamuryango wa CVC. CVC ni umuryango udaharanira inyungu mu kwigisha ibintu bijyanye na counseling.
I was really pleased, touched to have Kim among us because for me, especially for me, it helped me to get out of the pain and all sorrows I was keeping for a long time. I've tried many kind of counseling, but then I was a bit embarrassed to go and tell someone all my problems. Either I was thinking that he was not going to understand me, or maybe it could be even someone who has a big responsibility on that thing to happen.
Nitwa Banamungu, abandi President wa CVC, Counseling Volunteers Club. Muri makeya club ya CVC yavutse ku bufatanye bw'abakorerabushake twishyize hamwe kugira ngo tubashe kuba twakemura ibibazo byugarije imiryango nyarwanda mu bijyanye n'ubujyanama nk'uko club yacu ari y'ubujyanama. Tukaba dufite inshingano zitandukanye harimo mu gufasha abana, gufasha abana bo mu muhanda, ababyeyi babana n'ubwandu n'abandi n'indi miryango nyarwanda iri mu mibereho y'ubuzima buruhije.
Then when she started to teach us about the clay, I realized that I don't even need to tell her. I don't even need to tell anyone what happened to me or what is that caused me pain. All I need to do is to use clay, and through all my bodies, I'm going to express what I feel inside me. So when I did it, after, I felt so free, and I felt that I'm no longer going to need any help from no one, because I'll be doing it myself. So what I can say, it's really a pleasure to have this clay therapy, and I would like to thank Sophia College for have supported us with these teachings, and to beg them to come and teach us more about that. Thank you very much.
Nearly. My name is Kim O'Mara and I'm Australian, and I'm a teacher at Sophia College in Australia, and I came over here last year and met Rwandan people. I actually just came to see the gorillas, but the people of Rwanda, I fell in love with them, and I saw how they had come out of the genocide and how they were doing the best they could to forgive and drop their anger and heal their grief. And I spoke to my teacher when I went back home at Sophia College, my professor, Dr. Patricia Sherwood, and we thought about bringing the clay sequences, the clay therapy, to Rwanda. It's a module that I teach in Sophia College of Counselling, and so I thought, well, that would be a great idea, because the clay is quite an indigenous modality as well, and we could get the clay directly from the ground in Rwanda where the genocide came. So we were directly healing the ground, the earth, as well as the people. And I wanted to use clay because clay, it's what we call, it helps you know the unknowable. So what is deep inside of you can be brought out with clay. The pain and hurts can be brought out from the heart, down the arms and to the clay, so that you're moulding that clay with the feelings that you have that are painful. And the clay has this amazing quality that it can absorb the memories. It can take the memories from you with the moulding and the work that you do with your body and your feelings, and it can take that away and put it back into the earth, back into Mother Earth, back into Mother Nature, and heal that for you. It also helps when people don't want to talk about things and they just have feelings they want to express. You don't have to tell a big long story. You can just get in touch with what your pain is, make that in clay, and then begin to heal.
I think for me it was my first time to hear about the clay using for counseling.
Clay helps you get in touch with what is intangible, what you can't have in front of you physically, what is buried in here. It also is very responsive to human feelings. It moves and it molds, and it's very pliable so that it can be put into the shapes that are inside our bodies, stopping the air, the breath, our connection to spirit, our connection to ourselves, our connection to our body. Those pains block that breath going through our body, and by removing that block, you are able to get the breath flowing back through the body, your connection to spirit, to God, to your body, to Mother Nature, back again, so that everything's flowing in a rhythm and isn't being arrested by some block that is unable to be moved by just talking about it.
A lot of them have things in their heart, very special things getting close to their heart, and they don't know how to get it off, to take it off. The clay therapy is the answer. Like for me, I was kind of like don't have how to sleep. When I'm going to bed, I don't sleep. I spend more than 5 hours on the bed, turning, rounding, crisscrossing. Now I'm good, I can sleep. I feel that I will sleep, for sure.
Umumaro munini cyane mu gihugu cyacu cy'u Rwanda, cyane nk'igihugu cyahuye n'ihungabana rinini, gifite abantu benshi basa naho bakomerekejwe n'ibyabaye mu gihugu muri kiriya gihe cya jenoside. Nkiyumvisha ko aya mahugurwa aje nka kimwe mu bisubizo by'ibibazo igihugu cyacu cy'u Rwanda cyaba cyari gifite.
Aya mahugurwa ni meza bitewe n'uko ubwo bufasha nibugera ku banyarwanda hafi ya bo, ku banyarwanda bose. Ndizeza abanyarwanda yuko ayo ihungabana rizarangira burundu.
Ku ruhande rwanjye ntabwo numvaga ko nta muntu wundi ubaho, ariko nkurikije uburyo nabonye abanyamuryango ba CVC bafatanyije na Sophia College, uburyo batwakiriye n'uburyo badufasha komora ibikomere biri ku mitima yacu, byaradufashije cyane. Akaba ari muri ubwo buryo dushima cyane, by'umwihariko nkanjye mu yandi magambo uhagarariye ubasha gusohokera abandi bana bibana barera abandi bana mu mahoro, byadushimishije cyane.
Impinduka nagize nuko nahoraga nigunze, kumva ko abantu udashobora kubabarira mugenzi wawe, kumva ko udashobora kubabarira umuntu wakugiriye nabi. Ariko turangije amahugurwa namaze kubohoka.
Kugira inama umuntu ukoresheje ibumba harimo ibintu byinshi cyane bitandukanye, kubera yuko usanga birengeje ubushobozi kurusha uko wabwira umuntu ku magambo, kubera ko icyo umuntu atekereza kibasha kugaragara iyo afashe ibumba akaba yabumba ikintu runaka bijyanye n'icyo atekereza mu mutima we.
Ko ni agashya ahubwo kari hejuru y'ibindi byose dusanzwe tubona, kuko twigeze tuvuga tuti nta bantu batatugeza imbere, baratubwiye baradukanserinze ariko ntibyashize kuko tutigeze dupuratika. Uyu munsi rero ni agashya twabasha kuvuga, kuko iryo bumba twarifataga nk'ibintu bisanzwe cyangwa se umuntu yakuramo ibindi bintu, ariko tubonye ko ari n'umuti uvura ibikomere biri ku mitima ahatagaragara.
Abankoramo nshinzwe ibintu bya prevention VIH, ni ukuvuga ibijyanye no kurwanya indwara z'ibiza cyangwa se ibyorezo harimo na sida. Tukaba rero nanone muri ibyo dukora tugenda dukorana n'abantu batandukanye, harimo ibigo by'amashuri, inzego z'ibanze, hakaziramo n'amakarabu anti-sida. Akaba ari muri urwo rwego dukorana na CVC, cyane ko CVC nayo ikora ibikorwa byo gufasha abanyarwanda mu bijyanye no kubahumuriza, ku bijyanye no kubafasha kwirinda icyo cyorezo cya sida. Akaba ari urwego FIXB ikoranamo na CVC.
To the clay, so that your feelings are held in the memory of the clay, and then the clay releases it into the ground. And I think it's also, it's a very, clay is a very earth, well, it comes from the earth, and I think Indigenous people work well with things that come from Mother Nature. I'd like to see my professor and I start a college up here and train people to do the whole lot. This is just a tiny fraction of what Sophia College teaches, and it's a small part of the clay therapy as well. If we could get enough interest and enough people, and I can talk to my professor. We have testimonials after the clay weekend, and it seems that people have had big shifts and made a lot of progress in just their one weekend with the issues and problems that we discussed over the weekend. It's still just the tip of the iceberg. So, and I would like to see the people that I have taught to be able to counsel one-on-one with other people as well, and help share like a domino effect. It just keeps going and going and going, so that sooner or later those people that are seeking out that help work with clay and their lives are free. They have the freedom of spirit and mind to walk towards the future. Well, the first sequence that we did was anger sequence. I decided to do that because I feel that there would be a lot of anger. Most people hold anger in their bodies, and so the anger sequence first of all looks at just talking about or writing about the anger that you have, then remembering that and feeling what it's like, so that when you have remembered it you can then express that in clay. Another part of the anger sequence, it helps you discover how your body feels just before you're about to explode your anger, just before you're about to say things you don't want to say or do things you don't want to do. It helps you slow down the process so that you can see, first of all, the first signs of how your body's tightening, how your body's contracting and about to explode. And it's the torture chamber is the bit just before you explode, when you're like stuck in that spot, and then everything comes out. So it helps reveal that place to you, so that in that moment you can have a choice. Oh, here's that place where I'm going to explode. Or you can choose to not do that and take a breath and walk away and calm down. So instead of all of a sudden, woof, it's all over and done with and you've exploded and you think, how did that happen? Now it gives you insight, because the steps are slowed down as to see clearly where it is that you can take a breath and make a new choice. And then after releasing that anger, we help you find what it is that you would like to put in that place where anger was, that empty place where anger was, how you would like to fill it, with what resource you would like to fill it. Would that be love? Would it be understanding? A lot of the times it's just to be heard. A lot of people have things that they cannot get out. So anger replaces that space.
icyo naba narungutse muri aya mahugurwa nuko uko niyumvaga nuko nitwaraga ntabwo byari bikwiriye ariko ubu nabashije kumenya uko umuntu yitwara ari kubabi ndetse n'abeza.
So you become healed from that anger. The next sequence that I taught was grief and loss, and of course that's self-explanatory. Many people lost many family members during genocide. Even in HIV, AIDS, also here is very large percentage of people either living with it, well, who have HIV, AIDS, or are living with it. So there's a lot of grief and loss in Rwanda because of that. And grief and loss, the process there is about discovering how that pain sits in the body, what that feels like, then expressing that in clay, and then finding what qualities were missing from the loss of that person. Perhaps that person was a good playmate. Perhaps that person was somebody who had lots of laughs with. Perhaps they understood you really well, better than anyone else. Perhaps you'd shared with them many times that you haven't shared with anyone else. And all of those are big losses to people. So we look at the losses and how now you can find those qualities and bring them back into your life. And then from there, the next part of the sequence is honouring that person. So instead of forgetting them and trying to get them out of your mind, you're now bringing them close with the beautiful things they brought into your life, with the gratitude that you had for them being in your life, so that their death doesn't take your life with them, so that you can now take their life into your life and live that in a whole way, in a complete way.
I give us the homework. I've got inspiration of writing a kind of song to the best friend of mine I lost 10 years ago. 10 years ago. He was a friend of mine. I was loving him because he was supporting me. He was giving me joy, happiness.
So that's usually done with a song or a poem or a dance or a letter or some kind of altar where you can keep a little place so that you can visit that person all the time. It's not about forgetting, it's about remembering without pain.
I recall the past, remember the times, in memory of losing you, memory of missing you.
And then I chose to do the self-parenting because most people here are orphans, either from HIV/AIDS or from genocide. And in each one of us we have a father and a mother. So this one helps us discover that part of us that is the father or the mother, so that when we're feeling the loss of one of those parents, we can draw from the inside of us, empowering us, ourselves, to be able to give ourselves the qualities that our mother and father would have. So it enlarges that part in ourselves so that we always feel wrapped in the spirit of the mother and the father, and wrapped in the spirit of our own mother and father that lives within. Even if you're not a mother, when you're not a father, or you're not a woman, or you're not a man, you can still have both of these qualities living within your heart, your spirit and your body. So with all of those three sequences, I thought that would be a good beginning to bring some insight into Rwandans on really priority problems that I thought would be good for me to leave here as a legacy to carry on.
In self-parenting, ni ukuvuga ko ni uburyo umuntu yibonamo ababyeyi atari bavuga ngo arajya kuvuga ngo niba warababuze ariko kumva ko muri wowe harimo ababyeyi. Ibyo bintu byanshimishije cyane nkaba cyane gukangura abandi bantu bahora bihunze kubera ko bavuga ko babuze nk'ababyeyi ko muri ya mahugurwa dufite yo gukoresha ibumba ibyinshi birakemuka. Wabuze ababyeyi arahumurizwa, abona ko hari abandi babyeyi muri we bafatanya n'Imana kumufasha kumuha ubufasha nk'ubwa kibyeyi.
To find out what you're working with, you have to step into your feelings. And so I'll tell you about enter first. Okay? The first sequence you're going to do today is anger sequence. So to enter a place of anger, you think of what, let's say in the last week or two, for instance, what has made you angry? Just for example. And you remember it. Remember. Feel in your body, where is the anger? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Here? Let's say it's here, for example, the anger. It's a tight feeling, it's a hard feeling, there's no breath getting there. There's no flow. You have the remembering, you have the place of where it's being held. Then you enter it by taking a step forward. And imagine that you have gone down to look in here. See. When you see the shape, you exit. That's the exit. So again, remembering what it is, feeling the pain, taking a step inside here and looking. Is it tight? Is it round? Is it square? Is it twisted? Can you see? Exit. Then you make that shape in the clay. You behold the clay. You see the clay. This enter, exit, behold, you do every sequence. So that heavy and strong pushes the blade.
Push the blades. This strong is me.
Wow.
Cutting me up and down.
Beautiful.
It's coming and it's cutting all around the shapes here. It's coming going through here.
Yep.
Through here.
Well done.
Yeah, staying here in the stomach.
Well, we need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
So now.
Iyi therapy itandukanye n'uko energy ukoresha mu mutwe wawe ni nazo ushyira mu ibumba mushobora kuganira mukavugana ukarikora uko ushaka ariko bigendeye n'icyo uri mutekereza muri wowe ya miruho yose cyangwa ya mibabaro yose ufite ushobora kuyibwira rya bumba ndetse wanarangiza ukumva ko ryayakiriye ryanayigumanye.
I believe so because of what I said before. I believe that Rwandans have been holding it so deep, and sometimes when we speak about something, you can't even form the words because the pain overwhelms the words, it overwhelms the mind. So being able to just remember to yourself and maybe write it down a little bit, you can visit that place again without having to share it with somebody and being able to mold it to the clay so that your feelings are held in the memory of the clay, and then the clay releases it into the ground. And I think it's also, it's a very, clay is a very earth, well, it comes from the earth, and I think indigenous people work well with things that come from Mother Nature.
agashya nuko muri uru Rwanda tumenyereye gukoresha amagambo gusa tuvuga ariko noneho kuba harabashije kuboneka uburyo bwo gukoresha ibumba ni byiza cyane nta kuntu bisa kuko umuntu abaforma ikintu yumva kuko abona kandi yibonamo
mu Rwanda nuko icyo utavuga n'umunwa ubasha kukigaragaza bivuye mu mubiri ukakigaragariza mu ibumba maze uje gufasha mu bujyanama akabasha kukibona mu ibumba wakibumba.
When we have pain or we have frustrations, anger, grief, the breath is always stopped here. When you're angry, you're like, when you're crying, you're and the breath isn't flowing. When that's moved, you breathe deeply into the body so that your whole body is responsive to life rather than parts of it being cut off, put back so that you don't have to look at them. Those parts, they sit in the past somewhere in the back of your mind and they create illnesses in the body. They're held there until they create illnesses. It stops you from being able to reach out to somebody, to be able to share love, hope, your dreams to somebody if you are holding pain and you are holding your breath. I think Rwandan people, they have gone through so many things with the genocide and they have come such a long way in 15 years in forgiving, starting again, redeveloping their country, and instead of having divisions within their community, they are now all Rwandans. And I believe that for me, I wasn't around to do something in 1994, but I'm around now, and my passion has been to give Rwandan people as much help because they deserve it. They've done the best they can. Now I want to give them a little bit of outside help as well. And I believe this works because, as I said before, pain can be so deep and so hurtful that it doesn't want to be spoken about. But with clay, you don't have to speak. You just need to express it in the clay. Well, Laughter Yoga was founded by Dr. Madan Kataria in India in around 95. And he found that people were healing a lot better when they were happy and positive thinking. So he put together with his wife, Maduri, some activities that induce laughter. And laughter happens to have many benefits physiologically and psychologically. Physiologically, it boosts the immune system, so helps you stop viruses and bacteria in the body. It also stops the stress hormone cortisol running through your bloodstream. So stress causes so many diseases like heart disease, kidney disease, cancers. And when we're laughing, we can fight those things off and not create stress in our body. It also releases endorphins, which are the feel-good hormones we have in our brain that go into our bloodstream. So they're our own happy drug on board of our own body. And laughter and happiness is not something that comes from outside. It's something that lives inside of us, and laughter yoga helps us be able to laugh at ourselves so that we can find something funny about everything, if that is our intent. And if you have laughed for about 10 minutes, you have given yourself 3 hours of benefits of laughter yoga. So, laughter is the best medicine. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! Very good, yay! Okay. And so breathing is very important. Connects us to God, connects us to Jah, connects us to our body. Breathing, spirit comes in, spirit takes a rest, comes out, comes back in. Yeah. So we're breathing, we just dangle down. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and stretch up. Hold it, and a big sigh out. Ah. You may have to stretch out a little bit. Move out a little bit. And again, just dangling. And stretch up, deep breath. And a big sigh out. Ah. And again, but this time, instead of we all come in and go okay? Okay, ready? Let's all dangle down. Just hanging, stretching up. Hold it, and knee slap. We do this one again. Just dangling. Yeah. And stretching up with a deep breath. And knee slap. Now, because we're learning today, we need to have a clear head. So we're going to clean our heads out. You see the dental floss? You put in your teeth. We put in our head. Ha ha ha.
Noneho gushyira akantu mu matwi ngo.
Then this side, and this side, and this side. You ready? Yes. Ha 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 And we'll do one more. We're going to do what's called a laughter shake. You know a milkshake? And this one we're making with lots of different laughter. Okay? So I'll show you. We put our hands out in front and we're going to add 3 different laughs. And shake it up. And we drink it. Ready? Yeah. Let's go. And we're going to make one more. And this one, instead of drinking it, we throw on each other. Okay? Okay. Are we ready? Let's go. How do you feel?
Things are gone.
Everything is gone?
Yeah.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a seat. Okay, excellent.
I Rasta.
Go off into a little spot by yourself.
Arashaka ko mujya ahantu mukiherera mwebwe ubwanyu.
I want you to think about the situation and your wish.
Ati mutekereze ikibazo n'icyifuzo.
Then you're going to do the enter part. I've written it off. The enter. So you're thinking about your situation.
Noneho mutekereze icyo kintu cyanyu cyabaye.
Remembering it.
Mwibuke.
Aya mahugurwa yagenze neza. Aya mahugurwa twaboneyemo inyigisho zitandukanye zizadufasha kwigisha natwe abandi, tuzafasha abandi mu bintu bijyanye n'ihungabana cyane cyane.
They are welcome. They are real welcome. We're gonna help them. We're gonna show them what they taught me, and they're gonna be healed from their pain in their heart.
Urebye ntabwo ari kimwe muri ibi bintu mu mahugurwa maze kubona, ahubwo ni byinshi cyane kuko maze mu byo nkuye muri aya mahugurwa icya mbere mvuga cyane ni amahoro mu mutima wanjye no kuba nabasha kuba nihanganira ndetse no kumva byaba ngombwa nkaba nahagarika ikintu cyose gituma umuntu ababara ndetse n'icyo waba warababajwe nacyo mu gihe cyashize.
Dieudonné nkaba ndi umunyamuryango wa CVC, nkaba nanjye naraje muri aya mahugurwa yateguwe na Sophia College dufashijwemo n'umwarimu Kim Omiara. Amahugurwa twakoze yabaye meza, twongera ubumenyi kandi aranadufasha natwe ubwacu ko dufite ibibazo bitandukanye bitewe n'amateka y'igihugu cyacu. Tukaba rero tumaze iminsi 3 none ubu tukaba umusaruro umunsi wo kuyasoza. Terapi ikintu nabasha kubwira abantu nuko iyi terapi ni nziza cyane, ni nshyashya mu Rwanda, ariko ushishoje neza ubona ari ubuhanga kandi ukabona ko ari ibintu bikorerwa muri nature, ntabwo ari imiti ihambaye, ariko birafasha cyane ko biruhura umutima. Ikindi navuga akaba ari ugushimira CVC, gushimira umwarimu Kim Omiara no gushimira Sophia College muri rusange.
I want to say how privileged I am that the Rwandan people have allowed me to come, and CVC have chaperoned me to this and helped me get to being able to hold these classes. FXB and Amahoro have also been participants, and I really appreciate that they've taken it seriously enough to come for 3 days and discover what Gifts Clay offers, and not only that, but embrace them and say that they actually work. It feels like I'm actually contributing to people's lives, and it also puts purpose in my life. So working together, all of us can heal each other, and I see, like I said before, we can walk to the future with smiles on our faces and our hearts open for any love to be received, rather than keeping part of our hearts closed up in pain. So I think it has a big future, and especially after this weekend, and I've seen the enthusiasm and the gratitude that is in each of the students that I've taught this weekend.
Tugaragaza ibyishimo byacu, turirimba twishima kandi tunashimira Imana. Akiri mpamvu ngira ngo nge n'umwarimu wacu Kim woherejwe na Sophia College tubaririmbire indirimbo twishima tunashimira Imana kubwo imbaraga yatugiriye. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy well. The cell in my body is
happy.
The cell in my body is
well.
I'm so glad
every little cell in my body is happy well. Every little cell in my body happy. Every little cell in my body well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy well.
in my body.
Happy.
In my body.
Well.
I'm so glad
every little cell in my body is happy well.
In my body.
Happy.
In my body.
Well.
I'm so glad
every little cell in my body is happy well.
In my body.
Happy.
In my body.
Greetings from 1,000 hills country, Rwanda. Now the name of Most High Jah, Rastafari. There is a beginning of a new day, a new chapter, and another new mother and father into me. Jah, Rastafari, I, and ever blazing, ever living, ever sure.
Self-guarantee, mother and father into me. Self-guarantee, mother and father into you. self-guarantee. Mother and father into me. Self-guarantee. Mother and father into you.
So therefore there is a counseling solution and subversion for abandoned people. The wisdom to heal. And I better wish to understand. And I better wish to heal. And I better wish to love. And I better wish to be free.
From imprints of pain, reactions and projections.
Self-guarantee. Mother and father into me. Self-guarantee. Mother and father